Welcome into George Finnie Stadium here on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, where this afternoon, actually this evening and leading into even later tonight, we actually have some lacrosse action. It's women's lacrosse action starting off, and it is a doubleheader as the men's lacrosse team will follow this one. But starting this off, the Yellow Jackets, the women out there hosting Allegheny, and Allegheny opening up their season. Now, the Yellow Jackets, they actually played on the 20th, so February 20th was when they opened up their season. Center College came up from Kentucky and made the long trip up, and the Yellow Jackets opened up play here at home with a victory and are currently 1-0 on the year so far. Now, taking a look at that game, they actually started off in the first quarter and jumped out to an early 6-1 lead, and they never looked back from that point on. Ended up winning the game 16-9. So looking for much more of the same here as they go up against Allegheny. But Allegheny, again, as they start their season, they will look to their star offensive player from last year, Senna Perelman, to pick up where she left off. Again, 28 goals last season, 15 assists, by far leading in points on the team with 43 total. Again, a great year for her last year, and she'll look to really get the attack going and lead her team against the Yellow Jackets on the road. And we'll take a look at the starting lineups here in just a moment, but again, any snow that had come into Northeast Ohio in the last couple of weeks, and again had a lot of ice a couple days ago. Thankfully, the sun was out today, melted a lot of the ice. As for any snow, all pushed over onto the track, so just outside of the playing surface, and the field is completely clear. So a good day to get this one going despite the temperature. Again, sun not nearly out like it was here earlier in the day. So now as we get this one started at 5 o'clock, temperature on the field 27 degrees. And that is without wind chill, as there is a strong gust of wind coming diagonally from right to left across the field. And we'll see if that impacts this game here this evening. It's Allegheny maybe with the first opportunity here, looking for the pass in on goal, and that one just fired a little bit wide. So Allegheny, the visitors, in their all blue uniforms with the gold numerals. For the Yellow Jackets, with their white jerseys and the gold shorts, in the brown numerals on their jerseys. And Allegheny opens it up with the first goal here in the first minute of play. And that one was quick for the visitors from Pennsylvania. So number 29, Liz Dolan, the midfielder out of Hampton High School in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, credited with that goal. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel, happy to be here with you as you're watching and listening live on bwyellowjackets.com. Take a look at the starting lineups now that Allegheny has opened up the scoring and find themselves up 1-0 on the field for them. Number 1, Raina Simonik. Number 2, Maddie Miller. Number 3, Sibby Gerhardt. Number 4, Emily Harold. Number 7, Devin Gaffney. Number 12, Molly Wojcik. Number 13, Sarah Thorman. Number 18, Grace Baginski. Number 19, Ashley Amato. Number 20, Senna Perelman. Number 25, Mary Allen. And the goal scorer, number 29, Liz Dolan. Here on the attack once again is Allegheny. Again, the Yellow Jackets looking to fend this one off. And the goaltender, Hildreth, the senior, is able to get her stick up to that one and launch the ball down the field. And taking a look at the lineup for the Yellow Jackets, number 2, Avery Desbeauvois. Number 4, Lexi Conway. Number 6, Sid Chamberlain. Number 7, Deanna Lucas. Number 9, Taylor Baratich. Number 10, Caitlin Radek. Number 14, Rinnick Mellon. Number 17, Taylor Nadell. Number 28, Maddie Ray. Number 33, Taylor Miklos. Number 34, Lily Pullen. And, of course, goaltender number 98, Ashley Hildreth. So through the first couple minutes of this first quarter, the Yellow Jackets have found themselves backed up in their defensive half. Again, mentioned that they jumped out to an early lead against Center in the first quarter, and a first quarter that went their way 6-1. But they did concede the first goal of the game, found themselves down 1-0 before scoring 6 unanswered in that first quarter. A move there and a shot, and there's goal number 2. Senna Perelman, the midfielder, the Northeast Ohio product, went to Cleveland Heights High School. Mentioned that she's an offensive threat and was the leader for Allegheny last season, and she opens up her scoring tally here at George Finnie Stadium. (2-0) now for Allegheny. So now the Yellow Jackets need to get it to the other end of the field. They need to get the attack going, and they're going to have to look to senior midfielder Maddie Ray, as well as number 6 Sid Chamberlain, number 4 Lexi Conway, number 7 Deanna Lucas. Those 4 were the offensive leaders in their first game on February 20th. Here's Perelman with Miklos in front of her, passed into the middle. Allegheny working it around. Ball bobbled but picked up once again by Miller. Back behind the net at the moment. Gaffney. Gaffney making a move. Instead backing this one out, finding a teammate on the far side. Baginski found a teammate down the middle, cutting through and fired into the bottom right corner. Emily Harold, the sophomore midfielder out of Hampstead, Maryland, puts the Yellow Jackets down 3-0. Number 29, Liz Dolan, credited with that assist. She already has a goal to her name. And the Yellow Jackets, again, find themselves down very early, 3-0. Just a couple minutes played so far in the first quarter. Now keep in mind, again, that wind, again, coming from diagonally across the field, more left to right than anything. So the wind is at the backs of Allegheny here at the moment. Again, not sure if that is playing any factor, but they've been just coming straight at the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets kind of took a little bit of a pop in the mouth, and maybe another opportunity here. Hildreth gets in front of that one and blocks the shot. That shot was coming in close, right in front of the goal crease. Mentioned that the sun had really gone away, was behind some clouds during pregame warm-ups. Now peeking back through and in the shadow of the press box over on this side of the field in the stands going across the field. Won't be too long that before these lights need to flip on, and again, under the lights, we'll see the entire men's lacrosse game here this evening as well. Action back underway. Gaffney just holding on to the ball right now. Finds Amato, and Amato making a move. Cutting through a couple white jerseys. Lots of contact there, and the call going against the Yellow Jackets. Now an opportunity for Amato. And that one, right after that foul by Taylor Baratich. Allegheny not able to capitalize that time, but they still have possession of the ball at the moment. And this one skipped in, fired into the bottom left-hand corner. And now Allegheny up 4-0. And it's been a hot start to the 2022 season for Allegheny to this point. Number 18, Grace Baginski gets the goal, the attacker.
Today's women's lacrosse results and all their Yellow Jacket athletic results can be accessed through the BW Athletic website at bwyellowjackets.com.
And Baginski, a junior out of Lakeville, New York. And to this point, 9 minutes remaining here in the quarter. The Yellow Jackets haven't been really on the other side of the field at all. The ball's only been on the right side of the 50. Just briefly here in this one. Again, Allegheny attacking from right to left on your screen. And here they come once again, crossing the 20 on the football hashes. To the far side, Miller. Swinging this one around. Gaffney. Dolan has it. Over to the near side, to Gaffney. Just outside of that arc and about to make a move. Getting into the body of Taylor Miklos. This one fired inside, a great pass. And it looked like a point-blank opportunity for Perelman that was surely going to end up in a goal. Instead, Ashley Hildreth gets the stick to it. And the score remains 4-0. Brief pause in the action as the official goes over to the scores table on the far side of the field. There's the whistle, and we're back in play here behind the goal off to the left-hand side. Perelman making a move, getting inside the fan area, kicking that one out behind the net. Baginski to Dolan. On cutting through the middle, an excellent feed as Dolan found Devin Gaffney, and Gaffney 1v1 with Hildreth, tucks that one low into the corner. And Allegheny pouring it on at the moment, 5-0.
Assisted by number 29, Liz Dolan, her second. Today's women's lacrosse game is also being webcast on the BW Athletic website at bwyellowjackets.com with Cole McDaniel calling all the action.
And so we're going to have a brief pause in the action here, and a reminder that this evening's Yellow Jacket women's lacrosse game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews in Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on BWYellowJackets.com. Following the pause in action, we're back. Waiting the face-off at the center circle. This one pops up in the air. Radek trying to get to it. Scramble for the ball and picked up by Lucas. Deanna Lucas getting into the attacking end for the Yellow Jackets. This is the first time that they've been down there on the right side of the field so far this evening. Need to get one back at this point as everything has been going the way of the Gators. Ray looking to make a move inside again. She's that offensive leader for the team. In the first game of the season, had 6 goals and 2 assists. 10 shots on goal, so they need to find Maddie Ray. Here's Lucas. Lucas wrapping around, this one fired and blocked away by number 13, Sarah Thorman. All the way back to Sid Chamberlain. Chamberlain making a move inside. Lots of contact and gets bumped there. And a foul going to go against the Gators. So here's an opportunity for Sid Chamberlain and the Yellow Jackets to get one back. Chamberlain inside and tucks that one into the side of the net. And the Yellow Jackets now have their first goal of this game. Now just down 4.
Baldwin Wallace by number 6, Sid Chamberlain, unassisted on the play.
And that was much needed following that brief pause in the action for the Yellow Jackets. So with 7 minutes remaining in the quarter, again, have things starting to maybe swing their way just a little bit, and not a complete momentum shifter as they find themselves still down 4, but definitely puts them in the right direction. This one pops up in the air. Draw one by Maddie Ray. She scoops it up. Finds Radek in the middle of the field. Radek crossing into the attacking zone. Conway to Chamberlain. Chamberlain right behind the cage there. Ray making a move. Approaching that fan area, and her pass stolen away, and an opportunity for Allegheny to go all the way the other direction. Instead, no. Dropped out of the stick there, right out of that basket from Mary Allen. Looked like she had an opportunity to, in transition, go a long way down the field. De Beauvoir to Chamberlain. Chamberlain takes a look to her right up at the scoreboard. Needs some help from Ray. Fires that one high. Ray gets the stick up to it. Able to snag the ball and keep it in the attacking end for the Yellow Jackets. Now inside. A good turn by Lucas. And saved there by Sarah Thorman. A vast difference in the play of the Yellow Jackets here in the last minute from what we saw through the first 7 or 8 minutes so far. A new energy. And now they're having wave after attack. Really just attack after attack. Just a continuous wave that they kept facing defensively. But now things again starting to trend in their direction. This one inside in the direction of Radek. But Thorman was able to snag it. Maddie Ray fighting for the ball on the outside of the field. Tons of contact there between Deanna Lucas and number 25, Mary Allen. In transition, Petrucka took some contact from number 14, Rinnick Mellon. Mellon will be sent over to the side there. Couple changes for Allegheny. Back into play now with Harold. Into the middle to Perelman. Perelman finds Gaffney. Perelman once again. This one in the middle. Not quite sure how that ball got through to number 17, Petrucka, but it did. There's a foul call going against the Yellow Jackets. Petrucka in on goal, and she finds the back of the net there. And Allegheny and the Gators find themselves up by 5 goals once again. It's now 6-1. And unfortunate for the Yellow Jackets. Again, they had a slow start, a little bit sluggish, found themselves buried back deep into their own end. Thought maybe that one goal and continuous attacks would again continue to start getting them back into it. But that one goal wasn't enough on a couple other attacks, a couple other chances. Some good saves by Thorman on the other end. Resulted in the Yellow Jackets again really just settling for that one goal over that nice stretch. Back down to the other end, concede a goal. Really back where they were about 3 minutes ago or so. But 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Plenty of time left in this evening. Again, after the first quarter, still 3 more quarters to go. So a lot can happen, especially in what's starting to look like a high-scoring lacrosse game this evening. Saved on the far end line by Sid Chamberlain. De Beauvoir to Conway. Conway made an effort to get inside. A lot of blue jerseys in front of her, and here comes the Gators the other way. This one spilled and collected, and now into the attacking end for the Yellow Jackets. Again, trying to make a move right behind that goal crease, now behind the net. Good wraparound and opportunity for a shot, and this one fired and saved. Couldn't quite tell from here if that one caught Thorman or if it caught the upright on the post. Either way, the Gators avert some danger there. Yellow Jackets in the attacking zone once again. Chamberlain On this pass by Conway in the direction of Ray. Snagged by Allen, and Allen looking to find a teammate. It's Petrucca. Petrucca turning on the Jets, trying to make a move, get inside, lots of contact. As it was Taylor Nadell who got her there, and the foul going against Nadell. But again, that stops that break in transition, as Nadell was the last one. Last defender back before Ashley Hildreth in goal. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Allegheny on the attacking end once again. Pass inside. This one takes a hard skip off of the turf. The Yellow Jackets come away with it. Looking to clear and get out the other way. Hildreth feeds Nadell. Nadell moving into the midfield. Needs some help. Lily Poland tried to split through two Allegheny defenders there. She gets through into the attacking zone, and here is Maddie Ray. 45 seconds remaining. Clearly an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to get at least one more shot off here before the end of the corner. This one nearly taken away by Lily. Off of Lily Tope. And this tucked into the back corner. A great finish by Deanna Lucas. The sophomore midfielder out of Tuckahoe, New York. And again, actually a call going to go against the Yellow Jackets. And even though that one found the net, not going to count. And now Allegheny out in transition. They do have 5 seconds left. This one spilled. Probably not going to have enough time to get a shot off. And there goes the horn, and that will do it. The first quarter wraps up here. The Allegheny Gators lead the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets by a score of 6-1. We'll take a quick break here on bwyellowjackets.com. We'll be right back after this break. And we're back here on BWYellowJackets.com. 15 minutes up on the clock as we're about to begin the second quarter, as the Allegheny Gators find themselves up 6-1 over the Yellow Jackets. Women's lacrosse action here, but a lot going on for Yellow Jacket athletics. Today, wrestling in action, currently up in Michigan. And a big congratulations to the women's basketball team as they went to the Tony DiCarlo Center at crosstown rival John Carroll. Again, two top 15 nationally ranked programs in women's basketball. Their third matchup of the season, and the Yellow Jackets came away with the victory, winning by 10 over the Blue Streaks to win the OAC Tournament Championship. So big congratulations to them. Again, John Carroll got the best of them twice this season. The only team to beat them in conference play. And the Yellow Jackets getting revenge when it mattered. Now the women's lacrosse team, despite finding themselves down at the end of the first quarter, hoping that the second quarter goes their way. But so far after that foul, a great opportunity for Ashley Amato. And this opportunity, she fired a little bit early the last time that she was in, or any of those Allegheny Gators were in that same position. Again, decided to get a little bit closer in on Hildreth and tuck it in the corner. That time she fired it early, directly into Hildreth. Hildreth makes the save, and after she makes that save, the Yellow Jackets looking to go the other direction. Deanna Lucas finds Miklos. Out to Radek on the far right-hand side. Now with Sid Chamberlain. Takes a bounce before it gets to DeBevois. She is able to gather the ball there. Maddie Ray. Getting into that fan area and then backing out. Past the arc. Radek. Off the ground. Skips it into the back of the net. Yellow Jackets now have 2 up on the board. Down 4. So a nice feed by number 28, Maddie Ray. And a lot of credit to Radek, the junior midfielder out of Olmsted Falls,
Assisted by number 28, Maddie Ray.
who was able to bury that one. And now the Yellow Jackets once again just finding themselves down 4. The last time they found themselves down 4. Again, right after they scored that last goal, they did concede once again. We'll see if they can hold strong defensively, maybe even stay on the attack and go and get another one. Just over 2 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Yeah, and the call going against Allegheny. So Yellow Jackets ball, Maddie Ray. Into the attacking zone now for Yellow Jackets. Lucas across to Miklos. Radek, who just scored the goal. Over to Chamberlain. DeBevois behind the goal. Again, taking your time, looking for a teammate. We'll flip it out to Ray here on the near side of the field. Radek cutting through the middle. Bounces this one in for a goal. Back-to-back goals for Radek. Back-to-back assists for Maddie Ray. Now the score is 6-3. Still in favor of the Gators. Momentum starting to swing the way of the Yellow Jackets. And this is crucial for them here in the second quarter. And not surprising, Allegheny takes a timeout to stop the bit of bleeding here. But again, they still find themselves up by 3 goals. And as we take a brief pause in the action, a reminder that this evening's Yellow Jacket women's lacrosse game is being brought to you by the Oswald Company for all of your insurance and risk management needs. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider, and Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. We'll be right back here on BWYellowJackets.com, again, the home of all Yellow Jacket athletics. Following the timeout, about to get this one going once again. Just under 12 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Winning the face-off and scramble for the ball. The duel won by Allegheny. Here is Perelman, middle of the field, finding Amato. Back to Perelman. This one just slips by Perelman. Will be gathered by the Gators once again. Coming forward and maybe an opportunity to shoot. No, has to back out. Gaffney looking for some help. Baginski behind net. As Baratich was tight on her. Amato looking to make a move. Spinning inside in the fan area is Perelman. A great defensive play there by number 17, Nadell. Now in transition, push from behind. As Lily Tope drew the contact. Lucas tracking back, plays that one off of the foot of number 4, Emily Harold. Will be Yellow Jackets ball. An awkward position there for number 9, Baratich. She fumbles that ball, drops it, and picked up by the Gators, but they're not able to capitalize. And here come the Yellow Jackets back the other way, with Hildreth now at the moment. And she'll launch it up the field. Radek has a ton of space in front of her. Finds Chamberlain. Now Maddie Ray behind the net. Ray was looking for a cutting teammate through the middle there, and that one was intercepted by Allen. Now Allegheny in transition. Gaffney decides to wait and pull this one back. Let the rest of her teammates join her in the attack. Little surprised that Gaffney didn't continue to advance herself. She had plenty of space. Plenty of open field in front of her, but again, now Allegheny still an opportunity for them maybe to get one back, put one in the back of the net. This one skipped. And again, can't tell from up here if that one caught the leg of Hildreth or caught the post there, but regardless, again, Allegheny not able to capitalize on that finish there. But a foul now going against the Yellow Jackets, and great opportunity for the Gators to get one back as they've conceded 2 unanswered goals. This shot saved by Hildreth, and she scoops it up. The senior goalkeeper out of New York making an excellent save, and that one crucial for BW. The pass to Comack. Back to Baratich. Baratich swinging this one. This one dangerous. Across the field. It's going to skip all the way through. Pass to an onlooking number 12, Molly Wojcik. Looked like she nearly had that one. But again, got past her. It was last off the Yellow Jackets. And now Allegheny has it once again. Ball with Gaffney right now. Up here on the near side of the field. Off to your right on the screen. And this pass all the way across from number 17, Petrucca, in the direction of Amato. And Amato turned to her and looked to her left as the ball was flying her way. Completely missed it. And now the Yellow Jackets have it going the other direction. This pass just getting a little bit past De Beauvoir. Reina Seminik looked to save that one, and De Beauvoir ends up coming away with the ball, and now an opportunity on the attack for the Yellow Jackets. Again, down 3. Can they cut it to 2? With plenty of time still remaining here in the second quarter. Chamberlain spinning. Takes a bit of contact from number 3, Sibby Gerhardt. And Gerhardt the other direction. Pass behind Gaffney. And that one gets all the way through to Baratich. On the wing, looking to cut back, is Tope. She finds Lucas. Lucas making a move inside. And then feeds Chamberlain behind net. Ray backs out from the arc there, middle of the field. Spins, takes the contact from Mary Allen, who's been following Ray, it feels like much of this game so far. Ray making a move inside and firing that shot. And that one was headed towards the upper left-hand corner. And an excellent save by Sarah Thorman, the sophomore goaltender out of Maryland. Pressure being applied by BW, not making it easy on Allegheny to get out and go the other way. Now cutting back is Dolan. Again, Dolan, the initial goal scorer here on the evening. And a nice run, gaining a lot of ground for her team, getting all the way down to the end line and finding a teammate. Now Allegheny works the ball around. Perelman finds a teammate inside. And this shot high into the corner. Emily Harold buried that one. And now the Gators find themselves up 7-3.
Goal of Allegheny by number 4, Emily Harold, assisted by number 20, Sienna Perelman. Her first.
Number 20, Sienna Perelman, credited with the assist. Now just over 3.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Again, mention the men's game coming up here in just a little bit. Again, see that the men's team has piled into the stadium here in the last 10-15 minutes. Getting their chance to watch a little bit of this one before they need to put on their equipment and again get prepared for their game that will be following the conclusion of this one. This one just gets out of play, goes into the snow pile here on the near side of the field. Allegheny the other way with Perelman. Perelman crossing into the attacking zone. Back to Amato. Amato in the middle of the field, here to the near side. Finds Allen. Excuse me, that one is Chelsea Esser. Now here's Harold. Several white jerseys in front of her. Perelman. Perelman making a move inside. The shot low. It hits off of Hildreth's leg and just skips in. Allegheny now back-to-back goals themselves, and they find themselves up 5 once again. It's now 8-3. So the Yellow Jackets were slowly but surely getting back into it, cutting into that deficit. Now finding themselves down 5 once again. The hard work they did to keep chipping away diminished, and the Gators again beginning it to turn it on. And unfortunate there for Ashley Hildreth, the senior. Again, she did get initial contact on that. Was an awkward bounce, maybe had a little bit of side spin on it, and that's how it got through, because it slowly rolled into the net. Regardless, a goal's a goal. They all count the same. Now with 3 minutes remaining, like I said, the Gators find themselves up 5 here on BWYellowJackets.com. So it popped up in the air, and draw one by the Yellow Jackets. Deanna Lucas finds Miklos. Up to Chamberlain. Over to Tope. Tara Martin, some of her first action of the evening. Desbevois back to Sid Chamberlain. Chamberlain behind the net, looking to make a move herself. Instead, shepherded out here to the near side. Little underhand scoop there from Ray to Martin. Martin loses that and the ball bounces off the turf. She picks it up once again. Defensively right now, Allegheny doing a good job making it hard for the Yellow Jackets to get a shot off. That shot clock continues to tick. For BW here at the moment, now down to 10. Lots of shouting as the fans know the Yellow Jackets need to get in and get an opportunity. And Maddie Ray thought about it. Instead played this one out. And a lot of cheers from the Allegheny bench. And a great job to stay disciplined, compact, and absolutely no opportunity for BW to fire. Now 1 minute remaining here in the second quarter. Beauvoir scoops this one. Plays this one into the middle. Finds a teammate, and it's saved. Sarah Thorman slams the door shut there on Lily Tope. Looks like Tope found herself right in front of net. Didn't put to either side of the goaltender, and Thorman's made some good saves. That one was a quality one once again, and now Allegheny. Maybe an opportunity to get a shot off. Maybe get a goal right before halftime. Here's Perelman, their offensive leader. With two white jerseys in front of her. She gets inside, tucks that one in, and she does. She scores with 3 seconds left to go here in the half. 9-3 in favor of the Gators now.
By number 20, Sienna Perelman, her third unassisted on the play.
Unassisted on that goal. And see that ability of Perelman. There's a reason why she had 43 points last season. Showed it there. Beat two white jerseys. And fired that one hard past the shoulder of Hildreth. That's going to all but do it here for the first half. The horn goes, and we'll go to halftime as the Yellow Jackets find themselves down 9-3. Again, we'll take a break here during halftime, and we'll be back for the second half action on bwyellowjackets.com. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel. Don't turn away. We'll be back shortly. And we're back here on BWYellowJackets.com from George Finnie Stadium on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel. Want to thank everybody for watching and listening live here on BWYellowJackets.com to women's lacrosse action as the visiting Allegheny Gators find themselves up by a score of 9-3 coming out of the halftime break. Now, as we briefly take a look at the team comparison between these two, has been Allegheny as they started off hot on the attack. Much more of the attacking game has gone in their favor. Again, 18 shots compared to 8 for the Yellow Jackets. Again, 10 more shots, and we're looking at 6 more goals. Allegheny's capitalized on their opportunities that they've had in this one. Of those 18 shots that they've had, 16 have been on goal. For the Yellow Jackets, of their 8-7 have been on goal. The Gators have also been more clinical on their free position shots. And actually not more clinical. The Yellow Jackets are actually 1 for 1. They've been perfect on their free position shots, but haven't had too many opportunities there. Again, it's actually been 5 opportunities on free position shots. Again, could be even more lopsided here for the Gators as they missed 3 of those. Several Hildreth saves again were very crucial for the Yellow Jackets, again keeping them in it. But again, those 2 goals crucial for the Gators. Draw controls have been really even between these two teams. Again, more fouls going against the Yellow Jackets as well. Here's the draw control. Off this face-off that's won by the Yellow Jackets. As we get this third quarter underway, it's Deanna Lucas who finds Radek in the middle of the field. The sun is nearly fully set here in Berea. Lights have turned on for the second half. And a reminder for all the lacrosse fans out there who want to watch the men's game, again, you can also watch and listen to that one live here with me. Following the conclusion of this game, early shot for the Yellow Jackets. This one low and snagged by Sarah Thorman. Deanna Lucas, that first opportunity of the half. So the first half began with Allegheny on the attacking end, and wave after wave, shot after shot that the Yellow Jackets had to try to deal with. Again, a little overwhelming for them. As they start off the second half, the Yellow Jackets found themselves on the other end of the field, but now coming the other way, here are the Gators with their first attack of the second half. After the call there, the officials on top of that. Again, believe too many Gators on the attack. Look like one too many, as there was only 2 blue jerseys still back. Now they intercept the pass there, and Mary Allen looks for a teammate. Finds Perelman. Perelman over to the far side to Devin Gaffney. Gaffney dishes that one in the middle. Liz Dolan looking to create some space. Unable to do so. That one off of the stick there of Hildreth. Still the Gators have it. And Perelman looking to make a move and get around Radek. This one flipped up high. Too high for Perelman to get to it. Here comes number 2, Avery Desbeauvois. And this one out of play here on the near side. The official over that. Desbeauvois took a little bit of a bump. Again, was running then over that blue line here on the near side. Gators in midfield. Now out to the far right wing. Ray nearly swipes that one away, but Gerhardt keeps it. If you're just now tuning in, missed the first half, here on bwyellowjackets.com. Again, this is not the first game of the season, the very early spring season for the Yellow Jackets, as they won on February 20th by a score of 16-9 over Center College, who made their way up from Kentucky. So the Yellow Jackets came into this one 1-0 overall. As for Allegheny, again, this is how they start their season. Again, coming up to Northeast Ohio, playing in the cold. Again, thankfully, all that snow over to the side. A lot of credit to the maintenance and ground crew here, taking care of the field. Again, very clear considering all the snow that we've recently had here in Northeast Ohio. But Allegheny couldn't ask for a much better start to their season at this moment. A much better first half. We'll see if they can continue to keep it up in the second half and end up coming away with a win in their first game of the season. But the Yellow Jackets, another shot there, looking to cut into the deficit they face here at the moment, and that one was saved. Another big save by Thorman. Unfortunately for BW players, BW fans out there, Thorman's been tough to beat. This one inside. And a ton of contact. Hildreth saves it. But I do believe Chelsea Esser took a huge bump. A lot of contact. And the official again calls that one. So the foul going against Baldwin Wallace. And this will be the 6th free position shot for Allegheny. Again, they made 2, missed 3 so far. We'll wait and see what they do on their 6th attempt here from the free position shot. Esser fires quickly. It's deflected initially. And once again, the Yellow Jackets deal with that one. I'm not quite sure if that got blocked immediately or if Esser just dropped it. So 2 of 6 now for Allegheny, and despite being up big, maybe not fully capitalizing on those free position opportunities. Lucas pokes that one between the legs of the defender, pushes it forward in the direction of Tope, and here's Tope in transition, and the pass just a little bit behind Ray, and Ray had to reach back and snag that ball. Was able to do so, makes a move inside, fires this one low, skips it in, and Maddie Ray gets herself a goal. The Yellow Jackets now have 4 up on the scoreboard, down 5.
Goal, Baldwin Wallace by number 28, Maddie Ray. Her first, unassisted on the play.
So Maddie Ray, the senior midfielder out of Cuyahoga Falls, went to Richfield Revere High School. Talked about her being one of the offensive leaders, being one of the veterans on this squad. Again, she had 6 goals in the last game. That's her first one on the night. Again, maybe that will get her going again. She's been making an impact still. Get on a lot of these draws. We'll see if she can win this here following getting that goal. And this one just gets by Raydeck after Ray tried to get the draw control. And Allegheny comes the other direction, and a lot of contact there. Drawn by Liz Dolan. Harold finds Baginski. Over to Miller. And just swinging the ball around here at the moment. Trying to split through 2 Yellow Jackets. As Harold draws the contact from number 15, Lauren Comack. Lucas intercepts this. Trying to turn on the Jets, but has a defender tight on her. The pass in the direction of Maddie Ray. Jumped up and snagged by Amato. And Amato will find a teammate and retreat, as Perelman will lead the attack. Here's Miller. Out to Harold. Perelman with Radek in front of her, looking to make a move. Again, Perelman with that excellent goal. And great finish right before half with 3 seconds remaining. Looking to make a move there. And the ball knocked away by Radek. Excellent job by Radek, and now she can get her team out in transition here. Finds Lily Tope ahead of her. Tope with some room to run. 4 white jerseys up ahead of her, and that pass across the field in the direction of Ray was deflected by a Gators defender. And it still will be Yellow Jackets ball. Still 9-4 on the scoreboard. We're through about half of the third quarter to this point. Still 6.5 minutes remaining. Desbovois behind the net. Back to Radek. Radek making a move. Scoops this one over to Lucas. Lucas looking to turn. Has Radek to her left. Instead goes to Desbovois. Chamberlain there. Nobody near Chamberlain. Maybe an opportunity for her to make a move. Radek high in the direction of Ray. Ray able to snag it. Dropping that shoulder. And firing from her right-hand side. And that ball picked up by Allegheny. Again, that shot clock there was ticking down and winding down for the Yellow Jackets. So Maddie Ray, again, a great job of being aware of needing to get a shot off. Just took a deflection on its way through. Turning on the Jets on the wing out there is Allegheny Gators player. Again, can't quite see the number from this side of the field. I do believe that was number 29, Liz Dolan, streaking down the field. And it works out. Allegheny finds an open blue jersey in the middle of the field. Find the back of the net. And they're back up 6 once again. Score of 10-4.
Goal Allegheny, number 4, Emily Harold, her third, assisted by number 18, Grace Baginski.
So number 4, Emily Harold, credited with the goal, picks up the hat trick, her third on the evening. And number 18, Grace Baginski, picks up the assist. 5 minutes now to play here in the third quarter from George Finnie Stadium. Jim Tressel Field. Here's Ray. Has some white jerseys coming forward to help her. Yellow Jackets hoping they can quickly respond. Desbevois. This one high in the direction of Taupe. She gets to it and bats that ball down. It takes a hop. She scoops it back up, and Radek now in the middle of the field. Taupe firing just a little bit wide off to the left-hand side. Maybe takes a slight deflection. But did skip wide there, wide by a good 2 feet. The Yellow Jackets have another opportunity on the attack. Entering that fan area, and Radek practically tackled there. Again, that call actually going to go against the Yellow Jackets. Some celebrations from the Allegheny players down on the field. And this pass floated from Sibby Gerhardt in the direction of number 1, Raina Simonik. Gets by Simonik and takes a hop out, and the Yellow Jackets back on the attack once again. Making a run now is Mellon. 3.5 to go in the third. Ray drops this one. No pressure. Plenty of time to scoop it and make a move towards the inside. Ray looking for the cutting teammate, number 33, Taylor Miklos, in the middle. Instead intercepted by the Gators. This one deflected by Desbevois as she takes it back. Has Chamberlain up to her left. And going to be a brief pause in the action. Looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to take a timeout with just under 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. And a reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's lacrosse game is being brought to you by Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. We'll take a quick break here on bwyellowjackets.com. We'll be back with the conclusion of the third quarter. Following the timeout, the Yellow Jackets will again begin with possession, and they're attacking in. Lucas gets this one started over to Desbevois. To Miklos. Lucas finding some room, firing a little bit low, and this one skips just to the right of the net. And rolls all the way through the back. This Taupe had a hard time getting to it. Ball rolls into the snow pile. Just through the end zone of the football field here. Allegheny looking to run the other way. Gerhardt cutting back. 2 white jerseys in front of her. Maybe an opportunity to switch this. And does. Petrucca scoops it to Harold. Harold now has an opportunity to slow this one down a bit. Finds Gaffney. Dolan back to Wojcik. And here's Baginski. Bit of contact there from Deanna Lucas. Perelman was wide open here on the backside. They found her. Now in the middle of the field, Gaffney to Perelman. Perelman just slipping this one in. It's off of the post. I'm not sure how she got that one past Hildreth. Getting a clever shot there. Had a weird hop, a little bit of weird spin, and it sat up right in that goal crease. The Yellow Jackets avoid conceding a goal there, and now stepping out of play is number 17, Taylor Nadell. Again, found herself right up against that blue out-of-bounds line. Now here comes Allegheny up the other way. Looked like a great opportunity in transition. 2v1. Dropped the ball, maybe got a little over antsy. Now they have it once again, and plenty of white jerseys get back, so now the Gators can reset, maybe work this ball around here, find a better opportunity at the moment. But that's going to do it as the clock ticks down, and we'll end the third quarter. And the Gators find themselves up at the end of the third quarter, still by a score of 10-4. So 6-goal deficit the Yellow Jackets face with just 15 more minutes remaining here in this game this evening. And we'll see if they can make up that deficit, but the Gators still with a commanding lead. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on BWYellowJackets.com. Again, the home of all Yellow Jacket athletics. Fourth quarter underway here from George Finnie Stadium. Again, 15 minutes up on the clock here. Draw collected by Perelman. The Gators find themselves up 6. Behind the net. Floated by Baginski. And that one was snatched out of the air. Intercepted by number 34, Lily Poland, for the Yellow Jackets. And now an opportunity to go the other direction. Taylor Baratich starts it off. Finds Deanna Lucas. Lucas now launches it up to number 14, Rinnick Mellon. When she turns on the Jets, maybe an opportunity to fire, instead wrapping around behind the net. On plenty of space, she fires, and that one's saved by Thorman. Dangerous play there by Mellon as she was threatening on the attack. But once again, Thorman has been tough to beat in goal this evening. Here's Desbevois backing this one out of the arc there. Mellon cutting inside. Ball knocked away from her. Mary Allen finds a teammate down the field. Here's Baginski. Baginski with Baratich tight on her. Through the middle as Emily Harold was cutting through close to that goal crease. Unable to corral the ball there, but the Gators do pick up that loose ball and find themselves on the attack once again. We've played 2 minutes so far in the fourth and final quarter. Hildreth comes out, intercepts the pass. Maybe an opportunity to jumpstart her team and launch this one to a teammate and send them out the other way. This one's going to skip all the way through to Maddie Ray. Ray scoops up that ball in the midfield. A few white jerseys joining her on the attack. Looking to make a move. Feeding this one to Chamberlain. Chamberlain needs some help. Now here's Lucas. Middle of the field to Radek. Desbevois behind the cage there. Said hands this one off to Ray. Ray directing traffic. Yellow Jackets may be looking to run a bit of a play here. Find somebody cutting through the middle. Instead, Ray trying to take it herself. She makes one miss, and she finds the back corner. Maddie Ray, a great move, an excellent setup. And that spin gave her some room. Fire it on her stronger right side. And now the Yellow Jackets find themselves down 5, 10-5, 11 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
The men's tennis team opens the 2022 season on Sunday, March 6th against Gordon College of Massachusetts on their annual spring break trip to Hilton Head, South Carolina.
That goal there for Maddie Ray's her second on the evening. Her 8th so far on the young season. And that setup, just saw it coming as Desbevois just left it for Maddie Ray, and Then they ran that play. It looked like they were trying to free up Lily Tope in the middle. It was covered pretty well, and Ray decided to keep it herself. And now here come the Yellow Jackets on the attack once again. Just scored 15 seconds ago. Can they score again? In order to get back into this one, goals are going to need to start coming fast and furious here shortly. Desbois to Miklos. To Ray. Ray with some room to shoot. She fires this one low and it just goes by the left-hand post. She was looking to tuck that one to the right of Thorman. Couldn't have missed by much. BW with another opportunity here. Lucas. In the middle. Finds a teammate. And a bump there. A foul going against the Gators. And now a free position shot coming for Miklos. It will be the second free position shot for the Yellow Jackets on the evening. Can Miklos capitalize? No, she can't. Wide left. Gerhardt streaking down the right wing. Plays this one to Emily Harold. Harold finds a teammate in the middle. And a free position shot coming for the Gators here in just a moment. Liz Dolan, again, she opened up the scoring tally on the evening. Scored that first one for Allegheny to put them up 1-0. Can she score again? In close on goal. And she does score on the free position shot. Allegheny now 11-5.
Goal Allegheny by number 29, Liz Dolan, her second unassisted on the play. The women's softball team opens the 2022 season on Monday, March 7th.
That goal for Liz Dolan coming with 9.5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Awaiting the draw to get this one back and going once again as the Yellow Jackets down 6. This one flicked up in the air. Draw control by Allegheny and Allen. Up to Dolan. Dolan to Petrucka. And Lauren Petrucka gets bumped there. I'm just going to back this one out. Just past the arc in their attacking end. Miller behind the net to Baginski. Baginski looking to make a move. She spins. Gets to her right-hand side. There's 3 white jerseys there. And the bump and the foul call. The official off to the far side of the field. Caught that one there, and now a free position shot for Baginski and the Gators. They scored on their last one. Can't score there. Wide right. Hildreth feeds Poland, and Poland loses it. Gaffney. Harold back to Petrucca. Over to Gaffney. On the near side, back to Petrucca in the middle of the field. This one high and wide and sails past the outstretched stick of Maddie Miller. 7.5 minutes left to go here. And this one between Allegheny, the visitors, and the host Yellow Jackets. Goaltender Hildreth in the direction of Poland. That one sitting on the floor, and Poland able to gather that, and then she's tripped up by number 20, Senna Perelman. Poland up against the out-of-bounds line. Now here comes Allegheny the other way. Once again, a call going against the Yellow Jackets. Again, we've seen much of that this evening. And a free position shot. Once again, this will be number 8 on the night for the Gators. This one fired low and skipped in. A goal by Emily Harold. Her 4th on the evening. And now 4 of 8 on free position shots are the Gators. That goal now makes it 12-5 in favor of Allegheny. And the biggest thing for the Yellow Jackets, even though this game has gone the way of the Allegheny Gators, if it weren't for those first 5 or 6 minutes of this one this evening in that first quarter, could be a much different game. As those early 5 goals for Allegheny really hurt BW. And they've been fighting a 4-5 goal deficit really all evening. Now it's stretched out to 7. But they had a mountain to climb right from the start, and that makes it tough when you know you're climbing an uphill battle throughout the entire course of a game. Not over yet. Still 6 minutes left to go. But hard to believe the Yellow Jackets will be able to score enough goals in the 6 minutes remaining to get back into this. That shot fired wide by Lucas. She took a hard shot. She was cutting through the middle. Discussion about a yellow card being shown here as that shot flew wide to the right of the goal. And the clock stops with 6 minutes left. The yellow is being shown to number 25, Mary Allen, as well as number 7, Deanna Lucas. As we'll get the action going here once again, the Yellow Jackets will still have possession of the ball. And we'll start behind the net with Desbeauvois. The official off to the far side went over the scores table. And now we just await the final the whistle here, and there it is, and we're back in play. Desbeauvois back to Ray. Ray in the middle of the field. Has Radek to her right. Instead cutting back to her left. Now feeding Radek. Will Radek look to go 1v1? No. Finding a teammate. Desbeauvois. Just getting shielded out to the outside. Sid Chamberlain scoops this up. Finds Radek. Radek from far out. Good 15 yards out now, approaching. Inside the fan area, gets inside. Gets tripped up there. And a foul going to go against the Gators. And Radek will compose herself. And about to have a free position shot herself. In on net, can she beat Thorman? No, wide left. Here comes Allegheny up the other way. Dolan turning on the Jets. We've seen her fly up the right wing this evening. Has been a threat on the attack going up the other way, but had that one taken away from her. There's a shot low, tucked into the bottom right corner by number 49, Lily Tope, the freshman out of Delaware. 12-6.
Goal, Baldwin Wallace by number 49, Lily Tope. Her first, unassisted on the play.
Tope's first goal on the night, as well as her first goal on the season. Had 2 shots in the last game out. But now she gets her first goal of her early Baldwin Wallace career. The freshman that went to Rutherford B. Hayes High School down there in Delaware. Draw control by the Yellow Jackets. Miklos to Radek. Radek making a move inside and gets hacked as she approached the fan area, and now she'll have another opportunity on the free position shot. Missed the last one wide left. Will she go to that bottom left-hand corner once again? Skips it right into the legs of Thorman. Didn't go to either side. The Yellow Jackets now still have it in their attacking zone. 4 minutes remaining in the game. Ray spins as Lucas is back in. Ray fires, that one deflected. Takes the pace off of that ball, and Thorman able to scoop. Allen streaking down the field, crosses the blue line. Behind the net, Baginski finds an open teammate right in front of the net. The shot and the finish by Lauren Petrucka. 13-6, Allegheny.
Number 17, Lauren Petrucka, assisted by number 18, Grace Baginski, her second assist.
That assist credited to Baginski, and that is her second assist on the evening. A great feed from her. She just found Petrucka wide open, and Hildreth helpless there, nothing she could do. Excellent pass and wonderful finish. And Allegheny's going to have to be happy about this one. A lot of good things in their opener for the season. Ray fires this one, and it's scooped by Thorman. Gerhardt down the right wing. Slams on the brakes and cuts back. Now evades two Yellow Jacket defenders. Baginski, who just picked up the assist, now behind the net. Finds Petrarca. Harold can slow this one down. Under 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. Perelman, about 3 spins there, and it creates some open space. She fires this one low, and Hildreth does make the save. But a call going against the Yellow Jackets. And number 33, Taylor Miklos. She gets the yellow card. She'll go over to the side. So now Senna Perelman will have the free position shot. The offensive threat fires and gets bumped. Pushed from behind. It was saved by Hildreth. I think Perelman's going to have another opportunity here. And Radek is shown the yellow. She's sent over to the sideline. So now 2 over on the sideline for the Yellow Jackets. And Perelman with her second opportunity back-to-back from the free position shot. Inside. And she tucks it in the back of the net. Very fitting on that one. Again, if you can't capitalize on the first opportunity, why not on the second? Senna Perelman puts her team up 14-6.
Goal Allegheny by number 20, Sienna Perelman, her 4th, unassisted on the play.
So Senna Perelman's 4th goal herself. Talked about her being an offensive threat. Bit of a homecoming for Senna Perelman, as Berea just about 15 minutes south of Cleveland. Again, Senna Perelman here from Cleveland, Ohio. Her team and herself putting on a show here in Northeast Ohio this evening. Under 2 minutes left to go in this game. And a reminder again, the men's lacrosse game coming up right after. Again, all the action will be broadcasted live on bwyellowjackets.com. And that one's set to begin at 7:30. Pass in the middle. Petrarca backs this one out. Perelman to Harold. Baratich. Funny thing is she scooped that one up. She was almost expecting a call from the official, so she glanced over to her right-hand side, and instead of continuing to go, ended up working out. Here's Baratich again. Takes a bit of a shot from Perelman. She got up, won it back, delayed call. There's a call again. She gets it back, and now an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to go the other way. Lucas has some room. Cuts inside, takes a shot at the end. She'll have a free position shot, and we're starting to see a little bit more physicality here in the last 4 or 5 minutes between these two teams. 16 seconds remaining. Can they get a consolation goal, the Yellow Jackets? Yes, they can. As Deanna Lucas skipped that one off of the ground, it hit the face mask of Thorman. Back to Lucas, and she fired it in on the second chance. 14-7. And I would assume that's how it's going to wrap up here from George Finnie Stadium.
Goal, Baldwin Wallace by number 7, Deanna Lucas. Her first, unassisted on the play.
Deanna Lucas's first goal on the night. Her 4th goal of the season. And so a night controlled by the Allegheny Gators. As there goes the whistles and the horn, and on the road opening up the season 1-0. The Gators win this one 14-7. And I have to say, it's that hot start for the Gators at the beginning of the first quarter that won them this game. But they continued to press, continued to close this one out, and did not let off the gas. Shots were nearly even between these two teams as the Gators had 26 compared to the Yellow Jackets 25. They just made more of the opportunities they had in this one this evening. And that is why they find themselves at 1-0. And the Yellow Jackets now drop to 1-1. Again, want to thank everybody for watching and listening to some women's lacrosse here on bwyellowjackets.com. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel. Going to take a quick break here. Again, we'll be back for those tuning in to the men's lacrosse game. That should start in just a little over 30 minutes here from George Finnie Stadium. Again, thanks for watching and listening. Stay warm and have a good evening.